Oh, hello everyone. It's Crypto Granny here, Susie. I hope you're all well, looking after yourself, looking after your beautiful animals, your beautiful husbands and wives, beautiful children, and other people and animals in the world and the environment just to make this world a better place. Now, there's some important data to talk about this week in terms of economic data, particularly the FOMC meeting, which is on the 29th today to the 30th of July. Now, it's not expected that the Fed will ease, but there's always an outside chance they could. I believe they should be cutting rates. Rates in the US are too high at 4.25 to 4.5%. Okay. So, even though Mr. Trump, the president, is trying to pressure the chairman of the FOMC, Jeremy Powell, to ease interest rates, I don't know whether it will happen, but look, it is an outside chance. But what we've got is consumer confidence is going to be released, which has been released today, and key labour market reports, the JOLT and the ADP employment data is very important. Plus, the FOMC interest rate decision on Wednesday, Jeremy Powell's speech will be closely watched as well for potential rate cuts, either now or in the future, which is all going to impact on cryptocurrency. Okay, interest rate cuts are bullish for cryptocurrency. That is a fact. So before we start, get yourself a cup of coffee or wherever you are in the world, and let's go through live coin watch. There's been some fantastic stories out there. Read some of the coins we hold, all very bullish for us in terms of investment portfolio number 7. Please subscribe to the channel. And also, if you're interested in contacting me, get me on my WhatsApp. It's on YouTube, the number. And if you want to join us, contact me via WhatsApp as well. But as I said, consumer confidence came out. And if we have a quick look at that today, the 29th, let's have a quick squiz of that. Where is the data for consumer confidence? Was supposed to be out today. Sometimes they change the dates, but it was supposed to be the 29th, but looks like it didn't come out today, according to Financial Juice anyway. But, the FOMC is a big one, and, we'll have to wait and see what happens with that if they do cut rates in the US. And what's more importantly is the question and answer time after that. That's due at 2 o'clock. Interest rates are currently at 4.5%. And at 2:30 tomorrow, 20:30, I should say, tomorrow, Mr. Powell will be talking as well at a press conference. And that's always important to see what's happening going forward in terms of interest rates as well. So before we start on live coin watch, go and get yourself a cup of coffee or whatever. We'll look at that, and then we'll look at some of the main news stories which are impacting markets, and maybe if I have time, the technicals as well. And let's have a chat. There's some really, really great moves today. Conflicts is up about 44%. Tron looks like it's going to break out big time. A lot of bullish reports on Tron as well. I love Tron. It's ultra cheap. Whether you like the guy or not, Justin Sun is doing amazing things. And other coins that we hold in our investment portfolio, which look very good. One that we don't hold, we have held in the past is Crow, which is Crow the Exchange. And, they look like they've done a double bottom. Avalanche is starting to do very well as well. And BCH, which we saw did very well in the last couple of days, as well as Bernard's. Bernard's got through $800 and trade to 865 overnight. So grab yourself a cup of coffee and we'll look at live coin watch. What we've got here, live coin watch, market cap is 3.793 trill. Did get through 4 trill and it's come back a little bit. Volume's really large at 132 bill, 132.609 bill. Liquidity is still very good at 9.828 bill. What we're finding is Tron is trending, which is very strong. It's basically an indicator of volume up and basically increased addresses and that sort of thing. They did come out with their financials, which were excellent, actually. When you look at those financials, they're fantastic. That will be a part of the news story as well. Also, we've got over here most upvoted crypto, XRP, Hashadera, and Stellar. But technically, to me, I'm sorry to say it, XRP and Stellar look a little bit like there's going to be some profit taking on those. We are starting to see those get lower highs and lower lows. So technically, Stellar and XRP look a little bit weak here. Hashadera looks quite good. Looks like it's going to bounce from here. And a few others look technically much better than XRP and Stellar at the moment. But Bitcoin at the moment is 116,658, as you can see. Dominance is 61.641. I'm expecting that to go down much lower, about 35% in this altcoin rally that we're going to see. It's going to be huge as far as I'm concerned. And I'm expecting by the end of the year that Bitcoin dominance be down to 35%. Ethereum's doing very well at the moment at 3769. A lot more corporate treasuries are going to Ethereum and more money is flowing into the ETS, which is a good story for Ethereum. XRP at 310 at the moment. Looks a bit heavy to me, XRP. You could see some profit taking. The coin has gone up a lot. And don't forget the SEC is still, dilly-dallying with XRP, whether they're off the hook or not for, obviously selling XRP to retail when they didn't have a prospectus. So we still don't know about that, but there's a couple of good stories about XRP, which I'll mention as well. Binance looks excellent. Did get through $800 yesterday. Got to 865. It's come back a little bit of profit taking there, but it's because corporate treasuries are starting to hold Binance, and some great stories. Read that today, which we'll discuss. Solana at 181, another great story. Read Solana as well, which we'll discuss. ADA at 78 cents, Dodge at 23. Tron is the standout as far as I'm concerned. Technically, Tron looks very, very strong to me, right? Very, very strong. It was hitting resistance at 32 cents, but this thing can get to 48 cents, 50 cents very quickly. I think it's very underpriced. It should be as high as XRP. They have 220 million clients. They're making network fees something incredible, more than Ethereum. And if you look at their financials that came out, they look fantastic. Plus, Tron Inc. is going to do a debt or a preferred equity issue of $1 billion, and they're going to be plowing that into Tron, okay, in terms of their treasury. So there's a lot of reason to be bullish Tron, okay. Stellar, to me, looks quite weak at 41 cents. I think it's overpriced for where it is, I'm sorry to say. Link is a standout buy at 17.78. BCH got through $600 yesterday, but they've sold it ever since. But it still looks technically very strong to me. So does HBAR at 26, and so does Avalanche at 24.47. Litecoin is a steal here at 108. I think it's a buy, a buy, a buy. My favorite meme, Pepe. I think any dip on Pepe is a buy as well, because I think the traders are behind Pepe. They love it. They love frogs, and so do I. Crow has done a double bottom as far as I'm concerned and looks very bullish from here. If you look at the technicals, Crow could easily, get to, 28 cents or something like that. So, there's a lot of good news stories out there. Also, we're keeping an eye on DOT and Matic as well, and also VeChain, which I think VeChain is probably the cheapest crypto in the market at this stage, but it hasn't yet captured the imagination of people, retail, or the wholesale, or the traders at this stage. So overall, I'm mega bullish, people, mega, mega, mega bullish. Okay. And any dip, we get another 10% down, I'm a buyer, okay? An absolute buyer. I'm not a seller. I'm a buyer in this market. So let's talk about some of the main news stories. And then if I have time, we'll go through the graphics as well. So this article came out today, and I agree with this. That Crow has done a double bottom. It's a golden cross alignment. I agree with that technically. Resistance is 0.157, but on the 4-hour, and I look at the 4-hour a lot, we've seen a clear W shape. I look for W's in the market as well as M's, and it has done a double bottom. And I do agree with the analysis from this coin baron that, we could see higher levels on Crow. It just needs to break around 15 cents to be off to the races. It's still very cheap. Don't forget it got to a high of 95 cents, and technically it does look very strong. As you can see, it's done a double bottom here for a long time. It's starting to break out. And certainly I look at the 4 hours charts with this, and I think this is analysis is quite right on this. So onward and up. We don't actually hold Crow in this current investment portfolio, number 7, but we did hold it in number 15. Number 5, I should say. So it looks very good to me, and I agree with that target. The high, as I said, was 95, and it could go there. Now, going back to Binance had some terrific news stories overnight. BNB Treasury reveals that vape stock has soared 550%. They have that they want to go and invest in Binance. Okay. Now Binance basically, anyone that's investing, their cash as a corporate treasury can decide what they want to buy in terms of crypto. And Vape basically has decided they want to buy Binance, and we're hearing that more with other corporate treasuries that want to invest in Binance. It's a no-brainer, right? We saw 3 billion of overnight trading volume, daily trading volume in Binance, and it did reach a record high according to Live Coin Watch of $865. And Binance is a mega node, people. It is cheap. It should be at Ethereum's price of 3,300, not where it is at the moment. It is an absolute mega node. They're making a lot of money, and so is Tron. And the market is not valuing them properly. That is for sure. Okay. Apart that CEA Industries is looking to invest in Binance and Vape, and that's why Vape stock has skyrocketed on the Nasdaq. Okay, and it's a great story, an absolutely fantastic story. Again, Binance in itself holds about 775 billion in Binance holding, and they're just making so much money, people. They have 75% of the crypto market. Okay, so it looks so strong in terms of risk metrics, and the momentum. More and more treasuries are going to look at Binance and buy Binance. Okay, and we're seeing that with Ethereum, we're seeing that with Bitcoin, we're seeing that with XRP, we're seeing it with a lot of coins. Okay, don't forget Binance burn their coins. Okay, their initial supply of Binance was 200 mil. They have roughly about 148 mil on issuance at the moment, but they want to burn about 48 mil of that and don't make it 100 mil. Now, when you compare that to other cryptos, 100 mil on issuance is not much. Okay, we're talking 100 mil here. If we talk about XRP did 100 billion. So, whichever scale you look at it, XRP at the moment, I'm sorry to say it, and I love XRP, but it's expensive for where it is at the moment. Okay. Now, the token burn from Binance will decrease supply and, basically make it more profitable to hold Binance, okay? Because it means that decreased supply will increase Binance's, price. So, this company, is betting big on Binance coin, and it's called 10 times capital, and they've done a private placement of 500 million, and they aim to launch obviously the world's largest publicly listed Binance exclusive treasury vehicle on the Nasdaq, right? And with 500 million. Okay. Also, Litmus Pharma plans a $500 million investment in Binance through a new subsidiary. So this is all ultra bullish for Binance. I'm surprised it's come back as far as it has, but this is great news for Binance. 10x Capital and CEA Industries, which is Vape, announced this private placement to invest in Binance as a digital asset treasury company. And that is huge for Binance. Okay. Another great story today was Tron Inc. files to raise $1 billion after the merger of SRM, and it wants to set up a corporate treasury. Okay, and that's obvious, right? So they're issuing equity and debt and warrants to get $1 billion into the kitty to buy Tron. That is ultra bullish, people, no matter which way you cut, slice, and dice it. Tron is too cheap at the moment. Okay, I've got to tell you that. Too cheap. If we look at Mazzari's metrics that came out recently, just yesterday or today, one of the two, a couple of days ago, the metrics of Tron are insane. Okay, it is earning a fortune. I mean, the first quarter of 2025, its revenue was 915 million. It's earning more fees than Ethereum. Okay. In the first quarter, it was 760. In the fourth quarter, it was 740 of 224, right? The metrics are increasing all the time, right? Even the active daily addresses are increasing. Tron has about 220 million wallets, right? And it's still at 33, 34 cents. It is nuts, people. Nuts, nuts, nuts. It's one of the cheapest coins out there. It really, really is. That is a fact. We've always hold Tron in our investment portfolios, and we certainly hold it in investment portfolio number 7. And we have an overweight in Tron because we're an absolute believer in Justin Sun. He's a very, very smart guy. Very, very smart guy. Now, Avalanche is another one we hold, and Avalanche has done very well lately. It had an Octane upgrade, and it is a DeFi And it's layer one platform, and it looks very good to me, right? Looks very good. Quarter on quarter, it's been rising, but there are more players coming into Avalanche by when you look at the number of wallets and the number of transfers and transaction fees. Avalanche is increasing all the time in terms of revenue, and that's what it's about, right? A coin shouldn't go up unless fees are going up on the network and wallets and clients on the network are increasing. And we're seeing that with Avalanche, right? There's been a significant growth in daily transactions across its change. And it's doing, average daily transactions have skyrocketed, literally from 3.7 million in previous quarters to about 10.1. It is cheap, cheap, cheap where it is at the moment, okay? Absolutely. Now, another one we hold is Conflicts. In the recent, probably over the last week, Conflicts has gone up about 100%, okay? If we go to Live Coin Watch in the last week, we see that in the last 30 days, Conflicts is up 205%. I mean, even in the last, 7 days, it's up 18%, and it's outperforming everyone at the moment. It got up to about 27 cents today, and it's currently at 22. We are seeing a little bit of pullback on this, but the point is, it is cheap and it's a great story. It is actually confirmed that Conflicts is one of the cryptocurrency technologies that's used by by the Chinese government, okay? And the Chinese government love Conflicts. And that's why this thing has done so well. It's also had an upgrade, which is making its transactions per second much faster. They can now do with their upgrade 15,000 transactions per second, okay? With the announcement of their upgrade of Conflicts 3. And it is a native on chain for AI agent supports. Also, they're looking at issuing renminbi, okay? Now, the Chinese government has confirmed that Conflicts will be doing this, and it's the only crypto in China that can issue renminbi, okay? And it combines proof of stake as well as proof of work. But, being able to do transactions per second, 15,000 per second, that is a very fast network, okay? There's a lot of great things coming out, Conflicts, and we are invested in Conflicts, okay? It's dubbed the Chinese Ethereum, and, it's about to launch promoting the issuance of renminbi stablecoins under the Belt and Road Initiative, and that's huge, people. This one got to, its high, I think, was roughly about off memory, $1 something. Yeah, where's the high on this? But it's a great story. Seriously, it's a all-time high was $1.81, okay, and it's still very cheap, and yet it's got incredible fundamental news, right? And yet it's only at 22 cents. It is a steal, steal. I think, and they've also had a conference, right, which has got things going as well. But when you look at the fundamentals, it should be a lot higher than that. There's no doubt about it, okay? It's just a terrific story, that's for sure. What else we got here? Okay, let's have a look. Also, another big story was PayPal. They're now enabling businesses to accept Bitcoin, Ethereum, and other cryptocurrencies. And that's very bullish for crypto, people. Extremely, extremely bullish. KuCoin, another one. Don't forget, KuCoin have created a system where now people can actually do shares on their network as well. They're looking to expand their framework with BitGo integration and asset segregation capabilities. So KuCoin is one we had in our investment portfolio back a couple of years ago. I keep an eye on it because I do like KuCoin. They've now got 41 million clients, and they're expanding all the time. And they look at integrating also stock markets as well. So it's certainly one that I'm looking at. If this thing got, below $11, I'm a buyer of KuCoin as well. And also Mara, we know that Mara keep issuing convertible notes to buy more and more Bitcoin, just like MicroStrategy that keeps buying. And many corporate treasuries are starting to do this. They're issuing debt and equity to buy Bitcoin. In that market, you've got to be totally bull as far as I'm concerned.